All right, find your way to a comfortable seated position. I think it worked really well yesterday when I did the breath work a little closer, because then you can hear the breath. It's more like, whoa, being in a regular class. So find your way to your comfortable position, wherever that is, on your couch, on your cushion. And let a few more people in. Let your shoulders rise and fall a little bit with your breath. We're going to work a little more on breath today. I am also, just so you know, I am also posting on my blog. I'm posting not every day, but I'm trying to post if I have some specific topic that I'm doing in this class, I'm posting that with the links. So there is a post today about the breath work that we're going to do. So breath work, I'm going to focus a little bit more on breath work today because I feel like that's really something that is on people's minds. It's, as yoga teachers, of course, we've been working with breath and meditators. We've been working with breath for a long time, and I have a particular interest in it with its connection to the nervous system and restorative yoga. But I think it's on people's minds a little more, the connection between breath and your nervous system, breath and your own health, how your breath works, what you can do to increase your capacity, and what does that even mean to have increased breath capacity? What does it mean to actually work your breath so that you are more resistant to lung disorders and lung illnesses, which this COVID is a lung illness that attacks in the lungs. So we'd like to go to a new breath exercise today. I love how everyone's been sharing astronaut breath. So far we have done astronaut breath, box breath, equal breath, and that's only in 9 days. And we've already covered 3 different types of breath. Today we're going to do something, I call it breath hunger. It's by a man named Patrick McKeown. And he's Irish, and he has had an amazing amount of success treating asthma over the last few years. There is a link to him on my blog, and he is working in many ways. His stuff is also very technical about the breath, which I love, but not everyone loves. But something that he talks about is air hunger a lot. We have a tendency to think that if we have asthma or a breath issue, that we need to breathe faster. And our tendency is to breathe through our mouth and faster and up in our chest. And that's exactly wrong. What we need to do is breathe more slowly, breathe in our belly, which we have been practicing for the last 9 days. But Patrick McKeown also talks about a bunch of other things. One of them is nitric oxide, which you may have heard out in the world sometimes. Hey, Brooke Thompson, you made it. Yeah, he talks a lot about nitric oxide, which I'll talk about a little more in the days to come. If you practice HIIT, high intensity training, you probably know a little bit about nitric oxide. If you follow Dr. Mercola like Marcia does, you probably know a little bit about nitric oxide. This breath that I'm about to show you, I call it air hunger. I'm not sure exactly what he calls it, but it is a breath that is basically training us to be in air hunger a little more. We want to be hungry for air. We don't want to be breathing. We want to be able to breathe through our nose all the time. So we've been talking a little bit about the nose and nostrils as filters. The nostrils also add nitric oxide to the breath. And another part that Patrick McKeown talks about a lot is bringing the breath down to the deeper lungs. The deeper lungs are more vasculated, so there's more blood down here. So if you get your breath down deeper into your lungs, i.e. using diaphragm breath, belly breath that we've been practicing, you get more of a saturation of oxygen in your tissues. That's a very simplified way of talking about it, but it's one way to look at it. So we are going to practice a breath today that gives us that. So first, bring yourself, after that little soliloquy, please bring yourself back to your practice in your own body and begin to observe your breath. Notice the inhale and exhale process. Notice the feel of the cooler air as it comes in your nostrils and exits your nostrils. Flutter your eyes closed now, and I'll try to be very clear with my voice. You will have to open your eyes to see something that I do a little later on, but for now, just close your eyes. And let's practice the first step of air hunger, which is to really slow down your breath. I think Patrick McEwen uses the acronym LSD, less, stronger and deeper. No, less, softer and deeper. LSD. No, longer. Longer, slower and deeper. So make your breath longer, slower, and deeper. And by deeper, if you want to place your hand on your belly just underneath your ribs, the front, just underneath your sternum, breathing into that hand will give you this belly breath, will make you use your diaphragm and bring your breath in deeper into your lungs where there is more blood. And now slow that down even more. Patrick McEwen has a great TED Talk where he gets a whole audience to do this. I want you to feel air hunger. Slow it right down. Remember on the first day we talked about not moving the hairs inside your nostrils? Slow it down so that you feel air hunger, that you need to breathe a little more. You want to breathe a little more. Remember, this is just practice. You can let go of this at any time and breathe normally. This is practice. And your head, your lizard brain might freak out a little bit and make you want to breathe quickly in through your mouth, into your chest, and that's fine if you do that a couple times, but then resume breathing through your nose. And remember, LSD, longer, slower, deeper. Slow it right down. It's counterintuitive. It feels bad. This is what we call hormetic stress. Hormetic stress is like exercise. It feels bad, but it's good for you. And now if you want to flutter open your eyes, you can see part two. Part two of air hunger is I'm going to exhale fully. Just a gentle exhale all the way. Remember what we did yesterday until our lungs were completely empty. And then I plug my nose. And I shake my head back and forth. All this does is use up more oxygen. Keep your breath out until you feel air hunger. Your body asking for air. And when you feel that little bit of air hunger, release your nose, inhale gently, slowly, LSD through your mouth. Nose, sorry. And you can take a full breath in through your nose and then an exhale. And let's practice that again. Take a couple of breaths, normal breaths, nice and slow, but still normal, in and out through your nose. And then exhale fully through your nose, gently, softly, but fully. Pinch your nose. Wave your head side to side. When you feel a little bit of air hunger, release your nose gently, breathe in through your nose. Keep it slow, LSD. Keep it slow. And now return your breath to normal. Open your eyes. Smile your face a little. And just noticing over the next few days what happens. We'll practice air hunger again tomorrow. Just noticing, practicing that a couple of times a day, maybe. And let's come straight in today to seated cat-cow. Exhale, cat. Bring your chin all the way down to that divot in your throat. And inhale, open your chest to the ceiling. And exhale, make your hands nice and firm on your knees. Do a few of these in slow motion. Even if you're going to go faster later, do the first few in slow motion. See if you can bring your breath all the way down to the base of your lungs. Our breath is expanding now to a little deeper than you normally would. And if you want to practice Ujjayi breath, you can, but you can still keep your breath LSD. What can you feel? See how Lara's doing this on her hands and knees. Maybe if you've been doing yoga for 9 days with us, and it's still your first time doing yoga here, maybe it's time to get on your hands and knees. See if you can give it a try. It's a different feeling. If you want to speed things up now, you can speed things up either seated or on hands and knees. Inhale forward, exhale back. When you come back, squeeze your chin into your chest. When you go forward, open up your throat. Take 2 more. And let's come into Sufi grind. Make the first Sufi grind the biggest one you possibly can. Here, I'm going to show you a variation since I'm already on the floor. If you want to, if you're on hands and knees and you don't want to come to seated, you can make huge hip circles here. Really big hip circles. If you want to stay, Lara's doing seated Sufi grind and I'm doing, well, we call them hip circles, but it's similar. Switch directions. Find your breath here. Warming up your body. Last few breaths. If you're on the floor, tuck your toes. Oh, shit. Sorry. If you're on the floor, tuck your toes. Push up into downward facing dog. If you're on the chair, take a breath, come to neutral. Let's do a few side stretches here. If you're on the floor, you can do 3-legged downward facing dog. On your chair, let's do a full side stretch. Go to one side. Take a breath into the side ribs here. Diaphragm and intercostals. Those are your breathing muscles. If you're doing 3-legged dog on the floor, you're opening up one side of your body as well. Breathe into that open side of your body. If you want, you can place your hand on your ribs here, the upper ribs, and breathe into it. Feel your ribs moving away from each other on the inhale and coming towards each other on the exhale. One more breath cycle. Gently switch sides, come up and over, and exhale. Other side. If you're in three-legged dog, you can switch to the other leg. Big inhales, big exhales. Place your hands on your ribs if you like. Inhale. Feel that expansion. Exhale, feel the contraction. Last two. Come back up to neutral. Extend your legs. If you're in downward facing dog, you can come to seated. And exhale, forward fold. Deepen your breath, LSD here. Big and deep and long, but slow. Targeting the base of your diaphragm. Take 2 more breaths here. Gently, gently coming back up to neutral. Dandasana, seated pose. Take a breath. Place your right hand on your belly and your left hand on your chest. Breathe into your belly, breathe into your right hand. Exhale. Breathe into your left hand, breathe into your chest. Exhale, which one feels better? Belly. Exhale. Really lengthening our breath here. Chest. And now we're going to take a forward fold and do the exact same thing. You can remove your hands now that you've practiced it. Come back into a forward fold. Take a breath into your belly. Exhale. Take a breath into your chest. Exhale. Breathe into your belly. Exhale. Breathe into your chest. Exhale. Come back up slowly. Find a nice neutral breath, LSD. Let's do some sun salutes. Here we go. If you're sitting down, you might want to actually come to standing. I don't know what you're going to do, Sash. You can join me on the couch if you want. Inhale your arms overhead. Exhale, fold forward. You can watch Lara, Sash. Inhale, lift your chest. Exhale, fold. Inhale, right knee to your chest. Exhale, forward fold. Oops, that was wrong. Inhale your left knee to your chest. Lara didn't make the mistake, only I did. Exhale, forward fold. Inhale, long spine. And forward fold. Beautiful, you guys, standing up. I'm loving watching Sasha doing this standing up. Let's come back up to neutral. Tadasana. Other side, left leg moves first on this side. Inhale, overhead. Exhale, fold. Inhale, long spine. Exhale, fold again. Where is your breath here? Inhale, left knee in. Breathing into the belly. Exhale, release. Inhale, right knee in. Exhale, forward fold. Inhale, half lift, hip hinge. Exhale, fold. Come on back up. And if you have some other more vigorous way of practicing sun salutes, you absolutely can do this. We're going to do one more round of what we just did. Inhale, overhead, lift your chest to the ceiling. Exhale, fold. Inhale, hip hinge, hands on your legs, push your chest towards the ceiling. Exhale, fold. Inhale, pull your right knee in, really pull it in. So good for digestion. Exhale, release. Downward facing dog for the standing up people. Inhale, left knee in, really pull it in. So good for digestion. This is wind relieving pose. Exhale, forward fold. Inhale, long spine, hip hinge. Exhale, fold. Deep forward fold. Come on back up. Exhale, neutral. Remember, legs can be bent or not bent if you're seated. Inhale, overhead. We're moving our left leg this time. Exhale, fold. My legs are bent this time. Inhale, long spine. Use your hand muscles to pull your chest forward. Exhale, forward fold. All those intercostal muscles around your ribs, stretching and working and breathing. Inhale, your left knee in. Exhale, release. Inhale, right knee in. Interlace your fingers, really pull, feel it in your hips. Exhale, forward fold. Inhale, long spine, hip hinge. Last forward fold here. Let's hold the forward fold. Extend your legs if you're on your couch. Hold your forward fold. Breathe into your belly. And exhale. 2 more belly breaths here, standing or seated. Inhale. Base of your diaphragm here. Pull your diaphragm way down, expanding your chest cavity. 1 more breath. Make lots of space in your thoracic cavity. Big exhale. Come on back up. Exhale, release. Let's do seated camel. Actually, let's do actually prep for camel. So I'm going to stand up for this one, but if you're on your chair, you can absolutely do this. This will be the same for Lara and everybody else. It's a back bend. Bring your hands, if you were with me in Costa Rica, you did this a million times. Bring your hands to the back of your bum. You can do this on your chair as well. Spread your feet to hip width distance. Feel your toes and feet on the floor. Energize and magnetize your elbows together across your back. So we're getting into some lower back stuff. This is prep for camel pose. Begin to push into your bum with your hands. Magnetize your elbows together. That's the key here. Really pull your elbows towards each other and then begin to lift your chest towards the ceiling. Direct your breath into your belly. And really breathe. Big deep breath. Push your fingers into your bum, pull your elbows towards each other, open up across the chest. If you're seated, it looks like this. Take 2 more breaths. And I'm sure you can tell what we're going to do now. We're going to do a counter pose. We're going to come into a forward fold. If you're standing up, it's a standing forward fold. If you're sitting down, come into a forward fold. Feel your shoulders release and your chest release as you exhale into a forward fold. Breathe into your belly. Close your eyes. Feel your entire body settle. If you're standing, you can grab opposite elbows with opposite hands. This is ragdoll pose. If you're standing, release the back of your head. Nod your head yes. Take 1 more big belly breath. And then release, come back up to neutral, standing in Tadasana if you're standing. Let's work into a little bit of standing stuff, which is still good for the low back. We did squat the other day. If you're doing squat on your couch, spread your legs a little bit apart, 45-degree your feet, and work your way towards the front of your couch. So you can come into squat using the back of your couch and using your arms. So you can come off of the couch, or you can just lean up against the couch or stay sitting on it, whatever works for you. This is a beautiful squat. This is another beautiful squat. That's a falling down squat. Deepen your breath here, down deep into your belly. Take 2 more breaths and we'll come into a forward fold. On your inhale, if you can, drop your pelvic floor, release it. On your next exhale, forward fold. Forward fold now, exhale. Looks like this if you're seated. We're going to do that 2 more times. Bring your feet back. If you're seated, if you're standing, just come into your squat. If you're on your couch, find your way to whatever's your supported squat posture. Remembering that I can't see you, only you can see me. So find your way to wherever you feel a gentle tugging in the inner thighs. This is a beautiful pose to do in chair yoga because it's so supported. You can hold on with your arms. Take 1 more deep belly breath and then we'll push our way into a forward fold. If you're on the couch, just hike your way back up and exhale, forward fold. And we're going to do that 1 more time. On your own time, in your own way, move back into your squat, whatever that looks like. We're doing a lot of hip hinging here. This really helps the low back. Practice your squat. This is another thing that's really great to practice in everyday life. Whenever you have an opportunity to squat, take it. Whether you're sitting around a table, whether you're tying your shoes. Functional movement in everyday life. Squatting is one of our most important postures, especially for men. 1 more deep breath here. On your next exhale, final forward fold. Forward fold. If you're on your couch, you can even spread your legs for this last one. Let's everybody spread your legs. Even if you're standing, come into wide-legged forward fold. Deepen your breath right down into your belly and take a few more breaths. Begin to work your way up. You can leave your legs separated if you're on your couch. If you're on the ground, you can leave them separated as well. We're going to practice a new pose today. We're going to practice side angle pose. So bend your left leg, extend your right leg long. I'm on the couch here. This is Warrior Two. Remember Warrior Two? We've done this before, but for side angle, bend your left arm, sweep your right arm over your head, and exhale, and imagine I'm pulling on your middle fingers. I can pull on Sasha's middle fingers right here. Left elbow's on the knee. Right leg is straight. Side bend. You can bring your left arm inside your right foot for the full pose. Deepen your breath. Remember this stretch that we did with our hand on our ribs? You can try that. Put your right hand on your ribs. Inhale. Deepen and exhale. One more breath here. You people standing, this is a long hold. Last one. Inhale. Big exhale. Looks great though. Windmill your arms up and around. Bend your right leg, extend your left leg long, come into Warrior Two. And then bend your right elbow, sweep your left elbow up and around. You make a big, long diagonal line between your left toe tips and your right and your left fingertips. Imagine I'm pulling your left fingertips long. If you want the full pose, your right arm comes down to your right foot. Your right fingertips come down to your right foot. Deepen your breath, bring your left fingertips towards, or your left palm to your ribs if you like here, and inhale, exhale. One more deep, delicious breath cycle. I know it doesn't feel delicious if you're doing this long hold when you're standing, but take one more breath cycle. Windmill your arms back up. Keep your legs wide and exhale, forward fold here. So if you're doing chair yoga and you don't want to spread your legs so far, you can just spread them like this and exhale, forward fold, as far down as you are comfortable going. Deepen your breath, remember LSD, and take 3 breath cycles here, in and out. Let's do Goddess because we're already here. Come on up. Wiggle your legs apart if you're on the chair. Wiggle them to maximum apartness. Feel maximum tugging here between your thighs. If you're standing, come down into Goddess and exhale. Elbows come down. What Lara's doing. How much like a goddess does she look? Inhale up your fingertips a little and exhale your fingertips down. Couple of inches up. Inhale up. Exhale down. You can do this with your arms if you're on the couch. One last time. Big inhale. Exhale, forward fold. If you're standing, flip your toes forward and exhale, forward fold, wide-legged forward fold. Last one of the practice. One more deep breath cycle. Begin to move your way back up into neutral. We're going to take a twist here. So if you're standing, find your way to the floor. If you're seated, right knee comes up and over. So if you're sitting on the floor, right knee comes up and over, left leg. Extend your left leg long, right knee comes up and over. So right foot is on top, outside your left knee. Take a breath there and interlace your fingers around your right knee. If you're sitting on the couch, it looks like this. What we're doing is straightening the spine. We've got a bit of time here, so let's take a couple of C curves, exhale, and then inhale, lengthen your spine, pull on your knee. Exhale, so you can see we're doing seated cat-cow here. Last one, inhale big. Find neutral. Inhale your arms overhead. We're going to twist right here. So wrap your left arm around your right knee and exhale, twist right. Really deepen your breath here. And this is low back, middle back work, especially after we've done all that hip hinging. Really twist. Two more breath cycles. Really move your diaphragm and your belly. Breathe into your belly here. And now let's do seated cat-cow here. This is a challenge. On the exhale, bend your belly, make a C curve. On the inhale, lift your spine. Straighten your spine, lift the crown of your head towards the sky. Two more times. Exhale, C curve your spine, kind of crouch over, crouch in, hug your knee, and then inhale long. Last one, exhale, round your spine, really round as much as you can. Pull your belly button back towards your spine, and then last one, inhale. And then exhale, release, let your body come around. Switch feet. If you're on the ground, extend your right leg, left leg comes up and over. Interlace your fingers around your knee, and then inhale. A few seated cat-cows here. Exhale. Inhale, pull with your arms. Exhale, round your spine. Two more. Inhale. Exhale. Last one. Really pull. Use your arm muscles. Exhale, round your spine. And now inhale your arms overhead. We're going to twist left this time. So twist left, wrap your right arm around your left knee. Find that back of your chair and twist. Let your gaze go to the back of the room. Deepen your breath and take a few breaths here in a full twist. And then a couple of cat-cows. So exhale, kind of squish your way in. Inhale, lengthen your spine. Exhale, squish, C-curve your spine. Pull your belly button back. This is all work around the diaphragm. Last breath, exhale, C-curve. Come on back up. Release. Find neutral. Extend your legs in front of you. Take a little flutter kick and release. Let your breath return to normal. If you're lying down, you can begin to work your way back into Shavasana now. You can do that if you want, Sash. You can lie right there. If you're seated, find your two footprints on the floor. Turn your palms up towards the ceiling. Let your ankles be soft. Let your lower legs be soft. Let your entire legs be soft. Let your pelvis be soft and liquid. Release your hip joints. Just let them splay open if you're on the floor. Feel the heaviness of your hands on your legs. And let your shoulders fall, be taken by gravity. Soften your abdominal muscles and your intercostal muscles, all the little muscles of your torso. And let that little ripple of softness that started in your feet, let it ripple right up to your head, over your skull, softening everything, jaw, tongue, eye sockets. And remember that slow breath from the beginning of class, LSD, longer, slower, deeper. Let your breath be in and out through your nose. One of the most important things that yoga teaches us is how to be soft and strong at the same time. This is soft. 10 minutes ago, that was strong. We are practicing that ability to pivot, to be the same thing in the same body, those two things in the same body, soft and strong. What else can be soft right now? Use your exhale, soften it. Deepen your breath a little and let your shoulders begin to rise and fall a little more noticeably. If you're lying down, your chest is rising and falling a little more noticeably. Maybe your belly. Let the wave-like nature of this deeper breath go all the way down to your fingers and your toes. Wiggle your fingers and your toes a little. Smile your cheekbones a bit. Bring your left hand to your chest and put your right hand over it. Feel the way your body gets slightly bigger on the inhale and slightly smaller on the exhale. This means we're alive. The technical term for this is auxeticity. When one thing moves, everything moves. Let your eyes open gently. Notice any different feelings in your lungs or in your body. Thank you so much for practicing with me today. I really appreciate it. And I love the way everyone is spreading the word. Please just visit my site, Java Yoga. If you want to go to that blog, javayoga.com, where you'll find it. And thanks, everybody.
Thanks, Nikki.
You're welcome. See you tomorrow. Ask me if you have any questions. You can just message me.
Thank you.
Okay, bye, everybody. Oops, I forgot to unmute everybody. Okay, you're unmuted. Oops.
Did I lose you in the middle?
Yes, a couple people came in and out.
Yeah, I think it was an internet issue.
Yeah, I think the internet. It's okay because I'm better at actually just walking up to it and letting people back in. So
Okay, good.
yeah, it's great. It's fine.
Thank
I
you.
can see it.
Bye.
Okay, bye everybody.
Bye.
Thank you.